Does election day got you down and you feel like you need to tune out and just sit back and enjoy a popcorn film festival style film that is with aliens that are taking over the world in a silly kind of not to take anything serious way? I might have the movie for you. Happy election day. Let's get into it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void. My name is Alex, and I will be your host, your ferryman into the void. Yes, this time we're going to be taking an interplanetary void trip, a alien trip into Utah? I think that's where this movie takes place. It's a beautiful set. I loved the scenery and the setting. It was really fantastic. But yes, this is a spoiler-free review of a movie called Alien Country, which has been in theaters and came out for a festival. Actually, Fright Fest had a Halloween special event here that I was asked to be a part of, and I wanted to take a part of it more than I could, but I want to thank Fright Fest for being so nice to me across the pond and allowing me to cover some of their footage. I could have done a video of this sooner because it did come out in America in the theaters, and it may still be in theaters now. It just aired at Fright Fest for their Halloween event. Now you can pick this movie up on Apple TV if you want to buy it, but it will be coming to streaming platforms and VOD soon enough for rent. So first up, the movie Alien Country is a sci-fi, I wouldn't say so much horror movie, but an action-adventure film that takes place in Utah, where this girl and this guy, Everly and Jimmy's like the town mechanic, and he sort of does like weird jobs. Like, I think he does Destruction Derby, where he crashes cars into each other, and he and this girl have a one-night stand, and she happens to get pregnant, and they are at odds with each other because they don't really know each other. And to make matters worse, an alien invasion happens where they find a device that opens a portal into another world, allowing creatures in to take over the entire planet. And it's up to them to, of course, stop it and hopefully rekindle their relationship into something new and have the child of their dreams. Now, I know this sounds a little tropey, and it is a little tropey, but it is a lot of fun. This is an independent film that is made to, probably has a pretty decent budget, but nothing that would be like, big studio level action film. This is like a mid to low tier indie film that's made to look like a big budget film. And I think they do a pretty damn good job. Now, this is directed by Boston McConaughey, who this is his first feature film. Gotta say, he's got an eye, and he knows how actors should act, because the acting in this movie was better than I expected. Was the comedy all that? That needs some work, but man, was this thing shot really well. The set locations were fantastic. The actual work that they put into this film looks like they really gave a shit about this film. And, humor is subjective. I don't always need to laugh completely out loud, hysterically. In order to enjoy a film, I just need to enjoy the film and root for the film in some particular way. I wasn't blown away by this movie. It's nothing earth-shattering new. They do some different things in this movie that I haven't seen in another film with the aliens, which I liked, which they do a bit of practical and a heavy heaping of CGI. But the CGI is done in a style that is very, aesthetically pleasing. Not as blistering and crazy as another movie that I saw, but the humor and the tone and sort of the CGI reminds me of another movie that was done in 2018 called Necrotronic, where Ben O'Toole sort of fights off this demon plague that is happening through their phones, and it's pretty crazy. But the tone and everything is very similar, and also Casey Clyde, who plays Jimmy, the guy, it's weird. He feels like a Ben O'Toole character. He looks like him. He has sort of that charm about him, and he does the sort of similar beats as Ben O'Toole as far as comedy goes. Now, he is his own guy, but it just reminded me very heavily of Necrotronic and Ben O'Toole, which is not a bad thing. That wasn't an amazing movie, but it was still a good movie for me. I thought it was fun. And that's what I think you're going to have here. There's also some other people that are in this film that I saw that I recognize from TikTok. Austin Archer, who is in here playing a character named Bo, who was pretty funny at times. It wasn't perfect, but he definitely does the character, I think, pretty well. And he plays this sort of stupid small town guy. There's a lot of tropes in this film. And then there's also this other guy who I really enjoyed named Ben. He is played by Sharan Prabhakar. Did really well, I think, in this film and kind of adding that extra bit. He just adds an element to this movie that gives it more dynamics and more like enjoyment to the film. I thought his kind of beats, his comedy beats weren't, perfect, but they were enjoyable and they added to the film. And, with the two characters played by Casey Clyde, who plays Jimmy, and Rennie Grimes, who is Everly, who's this girl who is trying to be a country singer, and she gets pregnant, and so she's upset with the guy that she had the one night stand with, Jimmy, and then battling the aliens. It's one of those movies that is, like I said, it's made to look big, but it's not. It's actually like a mid to low tier indie film done really well. And if I were a producer and I saw them do what they did with this money that probably wasn't as much as I might be thinking, I would want to hire somebody to make another film. I see a lot of promise in what the director has done here. While it isn't perfect, it's not an 8, it's not a 9, it's not a 10, and maybe not even a 7 for me. I'm somewhere at about a 6.5 out of 10, but those aren't bad films. And I've been seeing people online giving this thing a 1 out of 10, which is just... man, the disrespect, dude. Like, I have seen so many films try so much harder and do terribly compared to this film. Like, you have to balance it out. There are good things about this film. That's just my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own, but in my world, 1s and 10s should be the rarest number that you ever give out to anything. I barely ever give on either or. But if you're looking for a popcorn flick that maybe might make you laugh a little bit, not really crazy, that's just enjoyable, that's heavily tropey, but just a fun movie to watch to kind of tune out, I think this is a good pick. Now, it's $15 to buy on Apple TV right now, and you may still be able to catch it at the theater for a discount, but it will be coming to streaming and VOD soon. And it, like I said, it just played at Fright Fest and for Halloween. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to check out this movie for myself. It was a nice change of pace for me. Definitely not a horror movie, guys. This is not graphic. It probably leans a little bit more of a PG-13 film than R at all, but I think you will be able to enjoy it. I think it's on the cusp of a lot of people's interests, and it definitely will make most people happy. Obviously, some, they need Marvel movies in every tiny budget film that they see. That's not me. But yeah, let me know what you think about this film in the comment section down below. Have you ever heard of Alien Country? Did you see a trailer for this and forgot about it? Or are you going to rent it? Or are you going to buy it? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video and find any value in it, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will let you know when I have newer videos that are coming out soon. We got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be talking about. I do new and old, so welcome to the fold if you're here for the first time. And as always, long live the void.